Tara Reade's accusation against Joe Biden have reminded some of the allegations former President Bill Clinton faced during his presidential run. And one of Bill Clinton's accusers, Juanita Broaddrick, thinks so as well.
She recently told Fox News that she and Tara Reade have spoken on the phone and that she believes Tara to be, quote, a very, very believable woman. And Juanita is on the phone with us now. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're really grateful.
Oh, thank you, Crystal. I'm happy to be here. Anything I can do for Tara. She's a very, very intelligent, credible woman.
Well, and just tell us a little bit more about that. You said you found her very believable. What was it about your conversation? I know you don't want to share any sort of personal details, but that impressed you and made you feel like she was telling the truth.
It's that she had so many details that Christine Blasey Ford would never dream of having. It was, and the tone of her voice, I've never met her personally, but we talked at length, and I've talked with many women who have gone through what she has gone through and what I've gone through. And there's just a vibration that you feel and you know when someone has really suffered this. Now, people may think that I'm crazy, but it's been 40 years since it happened to me, really 42. And you just develop a sense of someone when they're telling the truth.
Mm-hmm. And Juanita, I mean, one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you was especially because the media did not take you seriously whenever you came forward. And do you see a similarity in the way that Tara Reade is being treated because of the nature of the accuser?
Oh, it's similar, but it's absolutely different also. Tara is much more brave than I am. Back in 91, when Bill Clinton first started running for president, I was too afraid to come forward even back then. I never came forward. I had gotten past this, and I had a happy life, and I did not want to rock the boat at all. Tara's a brave woman.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. And how do you feel like the media coverage is similar to the treatment of you during that time, and how do you feel like it's different?
It's so different because there wasn't a MeToo. There wasn't, but it's so much the same, too, because here you had President Bill Clinton that was doing so much for the feminists, and they did not want to go against him because they had so many bills in the process of being passed for women. So they wouldn't go. And now you have the very same thing going on with Biden. He's getting the support from the feminist groups, just like Biden did. Just like Clinton did. But the media were horrible about me back then when I first came forward.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, Juanita, some even came forward and they said that they did believe you, but it was a little bit too late, too little too late. You know, it took all the way until 2017. And yet, despite that, they don't seem to be giving Tara Reade the space to be believed or to be even discussed. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's because it's just like Clinton. Mm-hmm. Biden is running for president. They hate Trump. They'll do anything. Did you see Lisa Bloom's comment on Twitter?
Yes, we did. Yeah,
oh, my God. I believe you, Tara, but I still must vote for Joe Biden. That's the most ridiculous statement ever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you think? I'm curious of your views overall of the MeToo movement. Do you think that it has been a force for good? Do you think it has been empowering for women? Do you think that the way that Tara's claim has been treated will change any of that?
Oh, I think it's horrible the way she's been treated by MeToo. And back when MeToo was the person of the year, there was a young lady that worked for Time that called me and said, would you please give a comment about MeToo? And I didn't, they neglected ever bringing up the Clinton victims. But I thought, I'll do that. I'll go ahead and do that. So I was shocked when they came out as Person of the Year. So I went to the article to look for my comments because even though they hadn't helped me, they had helped many. and my comments weren't there. When I contacted the lady at Time, she said, well, there were just so many that we had to choose from, and they didn't choose yours.
Well, your comments have long been erased, or your story has long been erased by the media. They just find it very politically inconvenient, and that's one of the reasons that we wanted to talk to you.
And Juanita, one other question for you. I mean, what would your advice be to voters? You have President Trump obviously faces his own accusers. Now you have Tara Reade coming out and accusing Joe Biden. I mean, how do you think voters should think about this? How do you think they should weigh these things? And should it be disqualifying, in your view, if a candidate stands credibly accused?
I don't think it should be disqualifying, but I think that both should be vetted to find out if these accusations are credible. Like I was back in 98 and 99, Tara is being investigated and vetted and has so much credibility. Mm-hmm. So it's an individual voter, what I dislike so much is that politics enter into it. It shouldn't matter whether it's a Trump supporter or a Biden supporter or whatever. It should depend on the person and what they feel as being credible.
Yeah, I think that's well said. A fair standard to be applied. It's not too much to ask for. Yeah. Juanita, we're so grateful for your time. Thank you so much for speaking with us today.
We appreciate it.
Nice talking to you this morning. Bye-bye.
You too, ma'am. Coming up, Mitt Romney. Is he a champion for the working class? We're going to tell you about that when Rising continues.